Black Panther Party was founded year 1966 in Oakland, California.
During the time of World War II, the Second Great Migration took place in the US, and over 5 million African Americans moved from the southern states to the northern and western states of America. Thousands of them moved to Oakland and other cities in the nearby area. These once white-dominated cities welcomed the new black generation that grew up there with new forms of poverty, segregation, repression, and racism. This made this new generation very engaged in changing things, and they sought ways to politically address these problems. The peaceful civil rights movement that protests in the early 60s didn't change much for the black population in the northern and western states.
In 1966, the engagement among young black Americans rose, with the question, how would black people in America win not only formal citizenship rights, but actually economic and political powers? Study groups and political organizations was forming, consisting of young black people in Oakland and other cities. Among these engaged young blacks of Oakland was the two college students named Bobby Seale and Hugh P. Newton, who in October 1966 formed the political organization for Black Power, the Black Panther Party, or as it was originally called, Black Panther Party for Self-Defense.
The original purpose of the party was to protect and patrol African American neighborhoods, and the open-carry armed citizen patrols who monitored the behavior of the Oakland police towards the African American population and the police brutality.
But later it evolved and they performed different activities such as starting a variety of community social programs like the free breakfast for African American children before school. They also launched about 35 survival programs such as education, legal aid, transportation assistance, ambulance service, and the manufacture and distribution of free shoes to poor people.
The party is well known for its symbolic clothing with a black beret, black leather jackets, black pants and blue shirt, as well as fists in the air to represent black power.
The party was very skilled in media and used it as an advantage. They even made black newspapers where they would write to make it vital to party's survival. They sold them for 25 cents, and it has some very fantastic artwork in them.
Even though the party's original fundamental idea of justice for all was good, their ways of expressing it often became violent, and the Black Panther Party members were often involved in fatal and violent firefights with the police, such as in December 1966. There were a 5-hour police shootout in the Southern California headquarters, and in Illinois the state police carried out a raid where Black Panther Party Chicago leader Fred Hampton was killed. The measures were employed by the FBI and was so terribly extreme, so the director of the agency had to publicly apologize for using the power they had wrong.
The FBI worked to weaken the group since they declared the group as a communist organization and an enemy to the United States of America. In 1969, the Chicago police hunt and gunned down to kill two party members that were asleep in their apartment. The police described a fierce gunfight. Hundreds of bullets were fired, but only one was from the Black Panther Party. This was later discovered by ballistics experts. The FBI was not held responsible for leading the raid. A federal grand jury indicated that the Bureau played a significant role in the events leading up to the raid.
The conflicts in the party were very violent, like in 1969, where they killed Alex Rokelly when they were teaching him police informant, and they also killed the bookkeeper of the party, Betty Van Patter. She was beaten and tortured to death. No one was charged for the murder, but many believed it was the party leadership. The party was not all violent for most of the time. It was actually like a big family. Some even moved in together in what they called Panther pads, but it was also a way to protect their families by not going home and risking their lives.
In the early 1970s, scholar and activist Angela Davis became associated to the Panthers, but she was never an official standing member of the party. But Angela Davis did, however, have a strong connection to the group and taught political education classes for the Panthers. Davis got extra attention when the governor of California wouldn't renew her appointment as lecturer in philosophy at the University of California.
The Black Panther Party was later dissolved in 1982, although there was a new group formed, the New Black Panther Party, but the original Black Panther Party members said there's no relationship between the two groups.